Peace be with you. Dear friends, welcome to Living Flame Podcast website and Facebook group. Gospel Reflections for Wednesday of the 20th week in the Ordinary Time. Gospel according to St. Matthew chapter 20 verses 1 to 16. Jesus was always engaged in explaining the nature of God's kingdom. And therefore, here is this parable. Jesus explains the kingdom of heaven is like a landowner who went out at dawn to hire laborers for his vineyard. Now, what does this mean? The kingdom of heaven is like a landowner who went out at dawn to hire laborers for his vineyard. Dear friends, each and every one of us have come into this world by God's design. So it is God who is hiring us, God who has created us, God who wants us to work for His kingdom. And therefore, each one of us coming into this world in one way or the other are engaged in working for God's kingdom. And our very birth, our coming into this world, is how God is hiring us to bring His good things through us. And therefore, He gives us our daily wages. So we would be hired perhaps at 9 o'clock, or at midday, or at 3 o'clock, or at 5 o'clock. It all depends on how we come into this world. So we have to do our work. And ultimately, it all depends on how we do our work. Do we do our work for that reward, for that payment? Of course, God is going to be just. He is not going to be partial. He is impartial. But God's logic is quite different from our logic. We all think that we deserve more than others. Humanly speaking, perhaps yes, because we do lot of works. And we might think that we deserve better than others. But then at the end of the day, when the time of giving our wages or receiving our wages, we can expect the least and the unexpected from God. Well, those who were hired right in the beginning of the day will receive the same wages as those who were hired late in the afternoon. And therefore, what God is going to tell those people who were hired early in the morning, He would say, "My friend, I am not cheating you. Did you not agree with me for the usual daily wage? Take what is yours and go. What if I wish to give this last one the same as you? Am I not free to do as I wish with my own money? Are you envious because I am generous?" Well, Jesus concludes this parable saying that the last will be first and the first will be last. In this parable, the enlightening words are these: the last will be first and the first will be last. Therefore, in God's kingdom, we will never know who will be the first and who will be the last. So, according to our intention, our love, and our dedication, God will be rewarding us. But then we ourselves will not be able to conclude what kind of reward is awaiting us. God's logic is quite different from our worldly logic. Here in this world, we work hard. We know that we deserve certain things and we get them. But this logic of this world will not work in God's kingdom, because the logic of God is quite different. That's why Jesus very clearly underlines here the last will be first and the first will be last. But then, on our part, dear friends, what we need to do, our dedication and our wholehearted intention of serving God. Ultimately, it boils down to one particular commandment that Jesus repeated on several occasions. Love your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind and strength, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. Therefore, dear friends, this particular gospel passage today gives us material for meditation and reflection. Let us ask the Lord to enlighten us how we need to work when we are in this world. God has given us talents, resources, potentialities. We have to use all of them and make use of the best talent God has given us, the talent of love. So, if we can use that in the maximum possible way, certainly that reward that is reserved to us will be ours. God